Let's get started with this. Nigeria, as you would expect, the new Pope occupies the front page. Leo XIV, peace be unto you all. That's his message. New Pope greets the crowd at the Vatican. Leo XIV becomes the first American to head Catholic Church. Trump, it's great honor for U.S. Tinubu, world leaders hail the Pope. So I think we've talked about this at the very beginning of the program a lot. All we want, there was an advocacy as to whether it should be a black Pope, whether it should be a South Asian Pope, all kinds of, speculations. But eventually, by the will of God, this has happened, and America has now had its space within that conclave at the point to become a pope in that sense. I'm trying to choose my words rightly because it's not a political conversation. It's purely a spiritual conversation. So divinity has chosen an American to lead the Catholic Church in that sense. So congratulations to the Catholics. Will I say America as well? So that's what happened yesterday. Just before 7 p.m. Nigerian time, we saw the white smoke at the Sistine Chapel, and then we knew it was Abimu Papa. But beneath that, we also have Akpabio taking his swipe to be a Senate Hall's valedictory section for late Clark. He talked about the comment of Peter Obi during Edward Clark's memorial lecture and all of the things he said about the labor of our heroes being in vain and all of that. And he's saying, you go put your house in order first before you talk about the labors. But because when I hear all this, these are, whether Peter Obi or Akpabio, they are all politicians. Absolutely. Political and rhetorics and all of that. So
in their comments,
I don't get
we had the Senate president.
I don't take those things too seriously.
Saying yesterday that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election should first lead by example by putting his own house in order. How he has, one of the smallest parties, and that was quite comical to listen to. But the responsibility for managing internal party crisis goes to all political parties, not necessarily
there's crisis in all
the Labour
parties.
Party alone. The commentary is to the effect that the APC is partly, covertly, subtly responsible for the crisis in the People's Democratic Party. So that speaks to leadership as well. So is that a satisfactory kind of leadership? So it's all politics.
It's politics.
But we cannot ignore Mr. Peter Obi's question.
Is it disintegration in that sense? You to sponsor their own.
No, is that even leadership? That's more important for me. And Mr. Peter Obi's question is critical for the All Progressives Congress to answer. And that is, does speaking the truth constitute bad marketing of Nigeria? And so, the administration should answer that. We hope that Guardian can come through, but as we wait for Guardian, let's go to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Is that the Guardian? The Guardian newspaper is saying Anmabra, APGA, Obi's Kinsmen endorse Tinubu for second term. And other renderings and other parties and other papers are talking about a sort of disquiet in APGA as Anmabra adopts President Tinubu. So there you have it, and that's why I asked earlier on the program about that dance being suspect. But there you see the president in identifying with Professor Chukwuma Soludo in his attire. This is very beautiful to watch. We hope that elected officials can do this kind of ambassadorial, cultural ambassadorial outlook in their lifetime of the administration, and that's good marketing for Nigeria.
Okay, let's go to, I think, the Blueprint newspaper. The Blueprint. Let's see. The Blueprint newspaper leads with foreign headers behind attacks on Benue Plateau communities, DHQ. Troops nab 4 terrorists in Taraba, 5-member kidnap syndicate in Lafia. Tinubu hails military for diminishing Lakrawa. Buni commiserates with troops in Yobe. First, let's say we are grateful to the military for what they've done. I know what they've done in southern Kaduna. It used to be quite a place to be in under the Erufai administration. It was hell on earth. So whatever they did to just bring calm, I don't know what they did to bring calm. That's commendable. Also, the Kaduna-Abuja road is also commendable. But whatever was happening in those areas has now moved to other areas. In fact, some have been there even before those areas that has to do with plateau and all of that. But I do not want to believe what the DHQ is saying, that foreign herders, because this is even an indictment on the sovereignty of Nigeria. If foreign herders, now for the record, I do not think, at least for Benue, is it Benue or Plateau, one of those states is not a border state in that sense. It's not a state that is on the border between any other country where you can say they come in. So that means they pass through some states to get in there. So when the DHQs say foreign headers behind attacks in Benue and Plateau, for me it's an indictment that foreigners will come, kill our people, clear the place, take over the place, and we have a military. We're a sovereign country. So I don't know whether this is a political. I don't want to believe it. So we're going to explore all of this.
Those questions
because just imagine foreigners come in, kill people, clear them, and occupy the place, and then we have a military, we have a government.
We have a government.
It's difficult to agree. It's difficult for my brain to agree that you can say foreign collaborators, yes, but putting everything on foreigners. The DHQ has to explain further, because this is more like trying not to be brutally honest for political convenience in that sense. But we commend them for their effort.
Whatever it is, again, the point must be made that it's a failure of the work of security agents, either it be the police or the army. What happened to, political formations, police formations in those states. But we'll ask those questions on your behalf later on the program. So we'll take a break now. When we return, we'll begin that very critical conversation about security. We'll start off, first of all, with a concern about herder-farmer conflicts happening across the states of the Federation. So stay with us. We'll be right back.